Hey, your flower just fell apart over here.
I know, I gotta get him out of there.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Robert with Guitar Journeys. I just got done going on a journey. Sorry, I'm running a little bit late, y'all. My wife had a doctor's appointment, and the doctor's appointment is about 35 miles away. And they were behind, so it took a long time to get in there. And then on the way home, they had a road construction. Hang on just a minute, y'all. I gotta get my iPad deal adjusted here. Sorry, guys, hang on. Ah, come on. This stupid thing don't want to work right. All right, there you are. There we go. There we go. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here, y'all. Where'd I put my glasses out? Did I put them on the table? No? All right, hang on, guys. Come with me. Come with me, y'all. I set my glasses down somewhere. Oh, yeah, here they are right here. All right. Okay, y'all. Okay. Okay. Man. Well, good news. Okay. So, my wife had surgery on her arm in January. Towards the end of January. On her shoulder. She had a shoulder rotator cuff repair surgery. And it was a lot more... My hat's all lopsided. It was a lot more serious surgery than what we thought it was going to be. Yeah, she had to have her arm in a sling for about 2 months. And it was about 3 months before she could even move her arm at all. Hey, what's going on, Macanese? I'm terrible with names, you know that? But, hi. Thanks for commenting. All right. That's quite a name there, brother. Hey, what's going on? So, anyways, we've been having to go about 35 miles to another town. Hey, Ricky, what's going on, my man? So we've been having to go about 35 miles once a month. And, oh, you're from Indonesia. Oh, cool. I like that, man. That's cool. So today he said that we don't have to go back. So, because I was getting tired of going, man, to be honest with you. You know, I was trying to be patient and trying to be cool. But, I mean, enough is enough, right? I don't understand why he's got to see her every month. Maybe every other month, right? But anyways, today he said, all right, I'm going to release you back to regular duty, and you don't have to come back no more. You subscribe? Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Got a digital album coming out soon. Got 2 names I'm torn between. Well, that's cool, man. That's good job, Ricky. Keep up the good work, man. I'm proud of you. You keep doing it, man. I have some news, but not that big of news. I ordered my pedal board yesterday. Right, I've been playing for 15 years and I never had a pedal board. I've got some pedals, but I got them setting up on this little box that I made. But I don't have a pedal board. So I ordered my first pedal board. Yeah, a little bit at a time. I can't read all that stuff, man. The guy that's from Indonesia, I can't read everything that you're writing there. Hey, Brian, what's up, man? So, anyways, I ordered the Fender pedal board. I'm a big guy, a big Fender fan. I like their equipment. I like their stuff. Do I like Billy Idol? Yeah, I like Billy Idol. Yeah, he's pretty cool, man. The White Wedding. Back in like the 80s, MTV was all day, every day, all day, 24 hours a day videos. You know, and it was new to us because it was new, right? And then you could hook your stereo up to the MTV. I don't remember exactly how I did that, but you could play stereo, you know, through the TV. I guess if your TV had the hookups, right? All right, cool, man. Appreciate that. But yeah, that's all we did, man, for like, I don't know, I think for about a couple of years. We just sat around and partied and watched MTV. It was our thing, man. It's what we did. They had like a lot of really good videos, and I definitely remember that Billy Idol had a bunch of videos out. But yeah, I don't think they do that anymore, do they, Marie? I don't think they do anymore. But I think when VH1 came out, they were doing that too at first. But now nobody does. But yeah, it was really cool, man. White Wedding, yeah. That was a cool song, man. We had the videos on, and we were all drinking and doing our thing, and we were all singing and dancing around in the living room. Yeah, that's cool. My Eyes Without a Face. Man, I'll tell you what, I haven't listened to any Billy Idol in a while. I'm going to have to sit down and listen to some of that. I've been listening to a lot of country music because the old people that I put on shows at the nursing homes, right? And I find that it's better if I play music that they really like. And that's why I'm there, is for their enjoyment. I mean, I also do it to make videos to put on YouTube. Oh yeah, man, I like Michael Jackson. Hell yeah. That's funny that you'd say that, because back in the 80s, we didn't like Michael Jackson or Prince. You know, we just said, nah, we don't like that crap, man. Put on some ZZ Top, or put on some Def Leppard, you know, Van Halen, Ozzy. We don't like no Michael Jackson. But I got a little bit older, and I actually got a music DVD of Michael Jackson. And man, dang, that guy, he definitely had some moves. Chicago? You like Chicago by MJ? Oh, Michael Jackson. Oh, man. All right, cool, man. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. But yeah, I like watching Michael Jackson, man. He definitely had some talent. Cool. Thank you. I appreciate it, man. I could use all the subscribers. So when I started doing these live talk shows, I only had like 290 hours after a year and a half of doing videos. So I wanted to get 4,000 watch hours so I can try to get monetized. But I don't want to get it too fast because I'm on like disability, and I don't want to make too much money and then them take me off of the disability. So I want to just kind of like take my time to get there. But since I started doing the live talk shows, I've almost doubled my watch hours. I am like at 480 something, right? So everything looks good, man. If I just keep going at this pace, by the time, see, I'll be 63 in August. And I don't know though, man. They just raised the retirement age to 67. I don't know. I have to wait until I get there, man. I don't know. I don't know how much money I'm going to make off of YouTube. I mean, the better that I get with my guitar playing, the better my videos get, the more people are going to watch my videos. And if I make too much money, then I won't be disabled anymore because I'll be making money. But you just never know. I mean, it's not a for sure thing, right? So my Social Security checks is a for sure thing. It's not a large amount of money, but it's a for sure thing every month. So I don't know. I'm just going to kind of just put it in God's hands. I'm going to just do my thing. I'm going to keep playing. I'm going to keep practicing and keep doing what I'm doing. And we'll just, I guess, see, that's the thing though, man. When you put a bunch of videos on YouTube, you really don't have no control on what happens to them. I mean, if you get a lot of views, then you can make a decent amount of money. God has plans. I know that's right. I appreciate that. I know that's right. That's how I feel too. I have a little problem that, and I've always had this problem, like I worry a lot. Get like, I don't know, like worry too much about things. And, you know, I used to go to church quite a bit. And they teach you in church, you know, the preaching of the Bible is that it doesn't do any good to worry. You know, and you're not supposed to worry. You're supposed to turn your worries over to God and let God take care of that. And you don't worry, just let God take care of it. Which is easier said than done, right? Because, you know, your brain works a certain way. No matter, you know, like how much you say, well, don't worry, you're still going to worry. I don't know. I do anyways. So I got sidetracked, man, and I forgot what I was saying now. But anyways, man, I just tell myself, I say, hey, man, God's in control, okay? Quit worrying about everything. When it happens, deal with it. But don't worry about it all the time. Yeah. Hey, what's going on, man? What's going on, cool? That's funny, man. I used to work with this guy, and this is, oh my God, this is so many years ago. You like my hat? Cool, man. Cool, brother. Cool. So way back when I was like 20 years old, I worked in a packing house, and there was a couple of black guys in there. And one guy, he liked to party, right? So like after work, we'd go either at his house or he'd come to our house or we'd go to the bar. And that was my nickname for that guy. I called him Cool. I said, hey, Cool, what's up, man? You want to go party tonight? He's like, hell yeah, man, let's go. Oh, man. I had a 750 Honda Shadow that I rode all over the place. And he came over one day and we were doing a little partying. And he said, yeah, let me take that thing for a spin, man. And I said, go for it, dude. The keys are in it. Go. Just start it up and go. I don't care. That's cool. And I didn't know he'd never rode a motorcycle before. Oh my God, he crashed my motorcycle. What happened to my Honda? That guy crashed it. He didn't do a lot of damage, but he did crash it. Oh my God. Oh, The Sopranos? Is that me? Yeah. I'm like a mafia guy. You better not mess with me, man. I'll have you taken out. I'll have you whacked, dude. We'll put some cement shoes on you and throw you in the East River. All right. I'm getting a lot of comments on my hat. Cool. You don't want to see what's underneath there. I took a buzzer to it today. Woohoo! Yep. Hey, Kathy. Don't worry. I'm I'm a very easygoing guy. Yeah, that's me. That's me, man. Honestly, I told people that before, like, yeah, bald. I'm not really bald. I mean, I do have hair, see? But I'm getting that, like they call that like the clown hairdo, you know, where you get bald in here and then you get hair on the sides. So I just buzz it. Buzz it, and you know what? That's one less thing you got to worry about. That's how I, that's how I look at it. You ain't got no hair, you ain't got nothing to worry about. Um, yeah, I used to be pretty crazy, man. Back in like when I was in my 20s and 30s, I was a pretty crazy guy, and I've been known to be a little violent and a little angry. And you watch a movie like where they're doing like hits, like the Hitman, and I said I could see me doing that, but nah, I don't think so, man. No, you don't wake up with a bad hair day. You wake up with a no hair day. Oh man, yeah, just buzz it off, brother. My wife gets mad when I do mine, and I tell her it's my hair. I tell my wife, I say, hey, I don't tell you how to wear your hair, do I? A no hair day. Yeah. Um. Well, just remember one thing, man. When you buzz your head like this, when you put the shampoo in your hand, just put a little drop. I've done that before. I put a big glob of shampoo and I look at that and I say, I think that's a little too much. You can literally just take the wash rag, you know, put some soap on it. You're good. You don't even need shampoo. So when I had my business, I worked in the sewer. You know, like cleaning out drains, cleaning out sewer drains. Well, when you're running the machines, you know, the like the rooter machine, let me show you. Like it's spinning like this, the whole machine is spinning. And it's got water in it because you're like working in the sewer, like with the cable. And that sewer, the stuff like splashes on you, right? Or like if you have to crawl down in like underneath a mobile home or in a crawl space and there's sewer down there, and you get that on you. So if you have hair, that stuff's in your hair all day. So I got to where I started like, yeah, I'm retired, man. Well, I got to where I started buzzing my head, and then we had like those buckets of wipes. So when you get done doing a job, you could just take and like, I just take a wipe and I just wipe off my head, my face, and then my hands, right? And then say, let's go to the next job. So I got so used to having my head buzzed. And then one day, one day I said to myself, oh man, one of these days your hair's not gonna grow back. You keep doing that, you won't grow no hair no more. So I started letting my hair grow out just a little bit. You know, do like a fade on the side, do like a little, how you call that? Like almost like a crew cut, and then just a fade on the side and the back. So I done that for a lot of years. But when I started getting like more bald in the middle, I just cut it off, man. Okay, so, all right, man. Hello. Where are you from, man? That's some crazy looking writing. Where are you from? But keep it. I did. Yeah. I am retired, man. So I got what they call degenerative disc disease. I think I got it from starting to work. My name is Win. I'm not very good with names, man. I do apologize. But I'm glad you're here. I appreciate you commenting. I appreciate you joining my little, I guess you'd call it like a little chat room. You're from Hollywood, California. All right, that's cool, man. You guys got any riots going on out there today? That's too much what they're doing, man. They're really messing things up. All right, thank you. I appreciate that. But they're really creating a big mess because they're taking all the workers. You know, that's what I heard. You know, I watched like some of the news channels at night. All right, thank you. I appreciate it. There's riots. Oh my God, that sucks, man. Um, so we've been out to California a couple of times. How old am I? I'll be 63 in August. Sometimes I look at myself and I say, dang, you had a rough 63 years, man. What the heck happened to you, dude? Must have been all that partying. And then other times I see people that are, oh my God. I see some people that are my age and they look like they're in their late 70s. You know, smoking cigarettes and smoking weed and drinking. You know, just not taking care of yourself. That'll make you real old real fast. Yeah, that's real. That's real. That's real. But uh, the first time I went to California, so we flew into Fresno, and my wife's family lives in Porterville. Oh, don't smoke, dude. Don't smoke. You drink all the time, that's all right, man. I mean, the worst thing that you can do to make yourself age is smoke cigarettes. It's really bad for aging you, inside and outside. Really, really bad. Um, okay, so the first time I went to California, we flew into Fresno. And then we drove from Fresno. We rented a car. We drove from Fresno to Porterville. Well, all the way from Fresno to Porterville, because I took the back roads. I wanted to just kind of take my time and look at some of the scenery, and it's just fields and fields and fields of little trees. I know you're from California, man. You know what I'm talking about, right? Fields and fields, absolutely, literally, no, in every direction you go, is fields of trees. Anything from lime to lemon to walnuts to pecans to avocados. I mean, it's just, yeah, you've been to Fresno? Cool, man, cool. How about Porterville? You been to Porterville? Thank you, I appreciate that. Everybody likes my hat tonight. See, I had to get my shirt. I had to match my shirt with my hat, and then I have some brown slip-on shoes, and then I got some brown pants on, some shorts. So I had to look good to go to the doctor. You know, I know that doctor's got more money than I got, but I got better looks than him. You know, I got better style. You don't think you ever been to Porterville? Well, let me tell you something, man. If you ever need a tattoo, if you want a good tattoo artist, this guy is good, man. It's my wife's nephew, and he's been doing tattoos since he was a kid. He's probably in his 40s now. I'd say in his 40s. He is good. So yeah, if you ever want a tattoo, hit me up. I'll get you his information. Go to Porterville, make an appointment, go down there. You can check him out on Facebook. I could get you like his name and everything to look him up on Facebook. He puts a lot of his work on Facebook, but he does like the portraits, and he's fantastic, man. You guys want to see my tattoo he gave me? He gave me a tattoo when I was down there I went down there for my 60th birthday. I had never flown before, and I wanted to fly somewhere for my 60th birthday. So we flew, we drove to Des Moines, Iowa, dropped off our dog. We had to take our dog down there. So my sister, yeah, I have a tattoo, man. I'll show it to you. He gave me a tattoo when I was down there for my birthday. He didn't charge me nothing, and he did a nice job, man. Real nice. Give me just a second. I'm going to try to figure out how I can show you guys. Hang on. Oh, let me get my thumb out of the way. All right, there you go. There's my tattoo. See if I stand. You can see it better. It's hard to show stuff on this thing. But there you go. That's my tattoo. And I'm going to tell you something, man. Oh, you like it? Cool, man. That hurt. I mean, like, wow, that hurt. Thank you. Yeah, he does real nice work. But I said, man, are you trying to drill that thing into my bones or what? My God, it feels like you're going so deep. Whew. This is my other tattoo. This was my company that I had, Wagoner Services. That hurts down in here. That really hurts. That was a real tender area. And then I got this one here. That I got that when I was about 20 years old. So yeah, I got a few tattoos, not too many, 3 of them. Let's see, 3. But that guy's really good, man. Any of you guys ever in Porterville, California? Look this guy up, man. Yeah, it's a Taz. Underneath it, it says Bad Bob. That used to be my nickname. But, hey everyone, what's going on, Sam? Hey, Sam. All right, brother. Hey, are you the one that said you were struggling with the guitar? Your channel's about gloves. Oh, wow. So do you sell them or what? Is that what the deal is? You sell the gloves? We don't care. Oh, man. Oh, no, tattoos are forbidden? Wow, that's too bad. Oh, you want to hear that story about this tattoo? This is a crazy story, man. Okay, so I had a roommate. We were living in Garden City, Kansas. It was on a Saturday in the summer. We didn't have to work, right? We had Saturday off. And we were drinking and, doing our thing, man, doing a little partying. And my roommate said he's going to walk down to the store, get some cigarettes. I don't know what all. He's going down to get some, probably cigarettes and beer, right? Well, when he came back, he brought this guy, some tall, long-haired, hippie-looking dude with a beard and everything. And he was carrying this little briefcase that said tattoos on it. And he said, hey, man, I'm trying to earn enough money. I just got out of prison. I was in the Leavenworth prison in Kansas. I'm trying to get enough money to get back to California. And he said, can you guys want some tattoos? I'm trying to, he had a tattoo gun that he made in prison. And, hey, Mike, what's going on, man? Good to see you, brother. So I said, well, you hang out here. I always have a lot of people coming by. And on Saturday night, a lot of my friends come over and party. We'll probably have a party before the night's over. So just hang out here. I told him, you can crash here, man. If you need a place to crash, you can crash here. I give you a pillow and a blanket. You could crash over there on the floor. And he's like, cool, man. I appreciate that. So yeah, by the end of the night, right, probably like around 10 or 11 o'clock, he had already given enough tattoos to people that were coming over that he said he had enough money for a bus ticket already. So he said, I'd like to give you a tattoo, you and your friend here, your roommate. I'd like to give you each a tattoo. Just, for you being cool with me and letting me give your friends tattoos and giving me a place to sleep. I'll give you guys, a freebie. So I got the little Taz, and my stupid roommate, he got a big old lion that covered it took that guy a couple of hours, man, to do his tattoo. And, it was early in the morning. He woke me up and said, hey, I'm taking off, man. Thanks a lot for everything. And I got enough money. I'm going to get me a bus ticket. So thanks a lot. I appreciate it. And he left. It was probably like 7 in the morning, maybe 8 in the morning, right? pretty early for us. We were second shift people. We worked second shift. So anyways, my roommate woke up a couple of hours later, and he goes, what the heck is this? And he goes, oh my God, look at this tattoo this guy gave me. And I said, man, that is big, dude. He goes, oh my God, my whole arm is so sore. And I said, well, you asked for it. But yeah, that's my drunken tattoo story. All right. Okay. Hey, Mike, do you have a pedal board and a lot of pedals for your guitar? You have a strong memory, man. You know, there's some things you don't forget, right? There's some things you don't forget. Well, let me tell you how I got the nickname Bad Bob. They kept, like, where I worked, you had to go for an evaluation about every 6 months, right? You go in the office, they tell you, like, okay, so you missed this many days, you come in late this many days, you got wrote up for this, or you got wrote up for that, or, you know, you earned so many points for, you know, not getting injured. And so you're doing basically pretty good. And then he said, the only thing I'm going to suggest is that you get a little better attitude. And I said, what? What do you mean a better attitude? How are you supposed to have a good attitude working in a crappy place like this? And he said, well, you got a bad attitude, man. And I said, all right, whatever. That's cool. So I go out there and I tell my friends and say, what'd they tell you, man? What'd they tell you? And I said, they said I had a bad attitude. And he goes, Bad Bob. And I'm like, yeah, that's my name, Bad Bob. I got a bad attitude. So, whoa, you got some, I got an 11 rack, man. Do you have one of those? I never use it, but I do have. Yeah, so when he gave me my tattoo, I said, hey, man, could you put Bad Bob underneath there? And he goes, sure, I can do that. So you can't really read it, but that's what it says, right? Let's see. That's what it says right there. Bad Bob. I guess you could kind of read it. Oh, man. And then when I go to the bar, because I used to hang out in the bar a lot, people say, oh, so you think you're tough? I'm like, well, no. It doesn't say tough Bob. It says Bad Bob. And they say, oh, you think you're bad? Are you a bad dude or what? And I said, no, it's not. That's not what it means. I said, it just means I have a bad attitude. When you're short, when you go to the bar, people always want to pick on you, right? So I learned a little something. When you get a drink, like when you get a beer or a mixed drink or something, whenever they give you give them the money, right? They give you your change back, give them $1. That's what I do every time. Give me a beer, okay, here's $1 for a tip. Okay, you do that throughout the night, they keep an eye on you. They're like, hey, that guy's tipping me. Every time he gets a drink, he gives me $1. I'm going to keep an eye on this guy. Then, if someone starts picking on you, someone starts giving you a hard time, you just go over there and you say, hey, you see I'm a pretty, like, mellow person, right? I'm a happy drunk. I'm just here to have a good time. Yeah. I said, well, you see that guy over there? He's giving me a bunch of crap. And do you think you could, like, because I've asked this guy to leave me alone a few times, and he won't leave me alone. And I don't really want to fight nobody. I'm trying to have a good time. And it works every time, man. They'll go over there and tell that guy, hey, you either straighten up or get out of here. Yeah. So the problem that I have with the 11 rack, and I don't know, man, if the software in my 11 rack isn't right or something, but some of the settings don't work. And when you turn it to a certain setting and you hit the string, it just makes a big noise, like real loud. So you have to like go through the settings. Most of them work okay. Most of them sound okay. But to me, it's just a lot of stuff to go through. I kind of wished I wouldn't have bought it, but then again, I'm thinking maybe later I might use it. I don't know. I only paid a couple $100 for it, so it's not that big a deal. Yeah, I did a reset on it. I resetted it. I honestly think it has something to do with the software, but I don't know. A buddy of mine's a computer guy. He was going to try to get the software for me, and he said he got a hold of me, after about a week, and he said that software is expensive, man. He said I've tried finding some that I could download for free. He said, but there's no free software out there, and it's all real expensive. So I said, oh, don't worry about it. The bar is forbidden in your country too? Oh my God. So you can't get tattoos and you can't go to the bar. What all do you guys do? You guys still party? Or you just like everything is just like real strict and religious? Yeah. Yeah, he said that he looked around for the software, but I actually have two computer buddies. One works at the college in Hayes, and that's what he does. He works on a computer. He's a computer technician for the college, and I don't know. I don't know if he looked around that much or not, honestly, but he said he couldn't find nothing. But my computer guy in Colorado, he's like kind of like street smart with the computer. He didn't go to school for computers, but he's very good with computers. He actually worked for a company in the town that we both lived in. He worked for a company going around to people's houses and fixing their computers. Now, he's done some computer work for us. He took my wife's computer apart and put a new hard drive in it. So he's really good. I mean, every time that someone in my family bought a computer, I'd take it over to him, and he'd put a bunch of software in it for free. But yeah, he said he couldn't really find anything that was for free for that 11 rack. But it's all good, man. I mean, so anyways, I do use it occasionally. Right now, I'm a little bit afraid of pulling too much power, because I just have like a normal plug-in. Let me show you. I just have a normal plug-in, right, to an outlet that I actually have an extension cord and some power strips. So if I plug that 11 rack in, and then I plug in my amplifier, and then I plug in my pedals, which I have one of those Fender engine rooms, I'm thinking maybe I'm pulling too much power. I don't want to like burn something up or, mess something up. Yeah, what happens if you don't follow the rules? You get in big trouble? A power conditioner. You have to look at that, man. I don't even really know what that is, but I'd have to take a look at that. But anyways, Mike, I ordered my first pedal board. So it's supposed to be here Friday. I just got a medium-sized Fender pedal board, and I've only got about 5 pedals right now. But that's what I've been doing at night after my wife crashes. Yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Thank you. Like I said, I got the engine room, the 12, the big one. And I got the medium-sized Fender pedal board that comes with the bag. And I'm going to start taking the pedals on my shows. I noticed that if I use that Ibanez Tube Screamer on my Acoustasonic, even with my JBL party speaker, you get a big sound out of that. It really brings that guitar to life. So the next pedal I'm going to get is a compression. I was watching a video on this guy last night, and he said that a compression pedal will make you sound better than you are. And I said, that I need that. Yeah, it's a great pedal. It really is, man. It really is. So I did a little research on True. Cool, man. I did a little research on that tube screamer. Um, I just Googled it. I said, does a tube screamer have a form of compression? And it said yes. Anytime you clip the signal, you're compressing it. So because I noticed, like, okay, you know, like how when you go to solo and you're on your little strings, right, your high strings, how you don't get a it's not what's a word, it doesn't make as much volume from the little strings as it does the big strings, right? So you have to turn your guitar up in order to solo. Well, with the tube screamer, the little strings, you know, your high strings, treble strings, I guess maybe you call them, they have equal volume now. So I was thinking, well, that's a form of compression, because watching the videos on compression pedals, that's what they're supposed to do, is even out the volume of the strings. So yeah, it does sound good though. You have to go, hey, wow, it's 1:46. Okay, man. Hey, thanks for coming and joining in, man. I really appreciate it. Check me out Friday, same time, okay? Friday at 7. I appreciate everybody coming and talking to me. I really do appreciate it. Take care, man, and don't get in no trouble. No tattoos, okay? Let me see. No tattoos. All right, man. If you get a tattoo, put it on your butt so no one sees it. All right, man. Take care. Right on, man. Right on. Honey, it's against their religion to get tattoos in Indonesia.
Yeah.
Chee. And they can't party. They can't party either. All right, cool, man. They can't go to like bars or nothing. So,
Can I open this door?
yeah, you can open the door. These people don't care if you open the door. They say, open it up, let some fresh air in. Any of you guys eat at Freddy's? We have any Freddy fans in here? We ate at Freddy's a little while ago. Man, whew, that's some good food, man. That's some good cheeseburgers. Normalizes the sound. Yep, that's what it does, man. Yeah, I'm a big fan of that Ibanez Tube Screamer. For $120, I wish I would have bought that a long time ago. Now you're hungry. I was hungry, man. I was hungry when I went in there. The guy asked me if I had a rewards, Freddy's rewards. And I said, nope, and I'm old as heck. You could give me a senior discount. And he said, we only give senior discounts on Mondays and Tuesdays. And I said, that ain't real, man. And he goes, yeah, it's real. And I said, how could that be real? I said, I'm old every day. I'm not old. I'm not just old on Monday and Tuesday. That's crazy. But I said, whatever, man. Keep your couple of bucks. I don't care. Well, I didn't know. I have, and I think I was telling you this last time, I have a Boss blues driver. And I didn't know that it's one of the iconic pedals. I guess from even back from the 70s. So I didn't even know that I had something that I didn't even know was that good. But I gotta be honest with you, man, it sounds a lot better. I put the tube screamer here, you know, and then first, and then the blues driver, and then I have a Boss overdrive distortion, and that tube screamer brings those two pedals to life. So yeah, man, I love that pedal. But so I'm gonna get, the next pedal I'm gonna get is the compression pedal. I think it's a Dean Markley, something like that. I looked it up earlier. Let me see. I took a snapshot of it. Let me see if I can find it. Keeley? Oh yeah, Keeley. This one. Can you see it? That one. There you go. You can see it now. That's the compression pedal that I picked out. It's not very much. It's like $149. Let's see. There you go. A Keeley. Yeah, Keeley compressor. I watched a video on that last night, and the guy said it was a very good compression pedal. So I said, yeah, man, I'll try that. The SD1 is a classic. Okay. Okay, that's cool. See, I was doing that, man. I was building a just all Boss. Everything I have is Boss except for the Ibanez. So I was gonna build it all Boss. And then I started watching videos, you know, of all the different pedals and the different brands. And I said, you know, I think I'll go off of the Boss a little bit. I know that the Boss, I think it's the C1, is also an iconic, the compression. Oh, cool. You got that one that I just showed? You got that compression pedal? Cool. Yeah, I watched a video on it last night. The guy was demoing compression pedals. Oh, nice. It's a good one. So I'm going to get that compression pedal. And I'm going to get the Jimi Hendrix fuzz face, the mini fuzz face. And then I'm got to find me a wah pedal. You love it? Cool, man. Cool. Yeah, the video I watched on YouTube, he had 2 or 3 different compression pedals. And I mean, it's kind of hard to, you know, like tell from listening to it on TV. But it definitely had the more options and a right price, because some of these pedals are a little bit crazy. Okay, now check this out. Now I'm going to tell you something real crazy. Did you guys hear, you know, the pedal called the Analog Man? The let me put you guys down here a little bit so we're not looking up at the ceiling so much. Do you guys know what that pedal is? The King of Tone by the Analog Man. I think I got a picture of that too. Right here. Okay, check it out, man. You see it? It's got like 2 pedals in one. It's hard to see it, but down at the bottom it says Analog Man. It says Analog, okay, King of Tone, and then Analog Man. All right, so check this out. The video I was watching, yeah, I guess they call it, is that what they call it, the Burgundy pedal? I seen it on Kenny Wayne Shepherd's pedal board. Okay, so this video that I was watching actually was, they were talking to the guy that makes the pedals, and they call him the Analog Man. So it just showed like him and all these pedals that he's making. So I don't think they're that expensive. I think they're like around 300 maybe more. But here's the crazy part about it. On the video I was watching, they said that there's a 4 to 5 year waiting list. You have to go to the website and then enter your email and ask them to put you on the waiting list. And there's a 4 to 5 year waiting list. So I went to the website, and it said there currently is a 9-year waiting list. Is that crazy? I don't even know where we're going to be in 9 years, right? But I put my name on the waiting list. I haven't got no emails back yet, but it's insane. It is insane. 9-year waiting list for a foot pedal. But I figure if it don't cost nothing, I mean, I'm not going to give him no money. I can tell you that right now. I'm not going to give you no money until you're getting ready to ship that thing to my house. Because where's this guy going to be in 9 years, right? There's no way. I'm not giving nobody no money. But as long as it doesn't cost nothing to get on the waiting list, you can put me on the waiting list. But they were like talking to this guy, and he was explaining about how when he got his pedal, well, let me get back to you on that. Let me tell you this. He said that when he got his pedal, when he sent an email, he was really shocked that a couple of days later he got an email from this guy saying that he was on the waiting list, and that when they got ready to build his pedal, they would contact him. And like a few years later, they contacted him, and he asked them like which side. Okay, one side has like a lower boost with a lower gain. The other side is a higher boost with a higher gain. And he asked him, which side do you want? You know, because you can have them put it either side you want. So they asked you like, which side do you want to have the higher and the lower? And then he said it was like a few months after that, they contacted him and told him that how much, and then they shipped it. But I think he said then, but it's been like 4 or 5 years ago, right? But I think then he said it was like around 300. But I don't know, man. If they contact me in 9 years from now and say like how much it is, I guess we'll see where we're at in 9 years. It's crazy though, man. I said, 9 years? Are you shitting me? 9 years? All right, what the heck? Put me down. If I'm still around in 9 years, send me an email. Crazy though. Yeah, I don't know if it's worth it. You know, I mean, like I say, it's kind of hard to say like what you hear, right? When you hear something like on an iPad or a phone, it's kind of hard to tell like the exact sound that you're going to get when you plug it in yourself. So as far as like the new version, MRX, am I saying it right? Is it MXR? I don't know if I'm saying it right. But that company has a version of that pedal, but it's a smaller pedal, right? It's about half the size. And I'm pretty sure it says Analog Man on it. You could look it up if you have the time or you want to check it out. I don't think I have a picture of that. I've been taking like screenshot pictures of these pedals. And then I was kind of wanting to get this wah pedal, but I don't know if it has a hookup. I can't find a place where it has like a power supply hookup. No, I'm not. What is that? A soldier? No. No, I just got the hairdo. Hang on, y'all. I'm gonna grab my guitar real quick. Let's do a little messing around. Oh, I spend most of my day getting. I was playing my guitar. Then my wife came home, and then we had to get around and get going to the doctor. So, Mike, do you know that little lick, or you anybody on here? Do you all know this little lick? This Stevie Ray Vaughan, the scuttle button. I've been working on that. Now it does sound better when you do the drop tuning. When you tune it down a half step, it does have a little better sound to it. But let's see if you can see what I'm doing here. You go down. And I've watched probably 3 or 4 different videos of people giving lessons on that little lick right there. Stevie pulled off pretty fast. Yeah, the problem is that each guy that gives a lesson on this does it a little bit different. So, and for me, I don't feel like it has to be exact, okay? I feel like if Stevie was sitting here with me, he'd say, that's cool, man. It don't matter. It don't have to be exact. Just do it like you do it, man. Do your thing, right? But I've been going just down like that, and then go, and then do it like a hybrid pick with my finger, like that. So some guys are saying like go down here like this, and then go. And then one guy said hit this, and then the high E again, and then pull off, and then go. But I don't know, man. That's a lot. That's a lot to put in there that fast. I'm not gonna go like crazy on trying to play Stevie Ray Vaughan stuff. I don't like working that hard when I'm trying to play. That's a lot of work, man, playing Stevie Ray Vaughan stuff is so fast, you know, that's a lot of work to try to play some of that stuff. Do you ever notice that like Jimi Hendrix doesn't play very fast? I know that guy was a big weed head. Well, I know Stevie was too. But, so Jimi Hendrix, I know he was a big pothead. And he was tripping all the time, man, on acid and shrooms and heroin and everything else. But you listen to Jimi Hendrix's music, he doesn't play that fast. So, I think a lot of his stuff is pretty easy to play. You know, I think most songs or most guitar stuff you can learn, but the stuff that's so super fast, it's like I said, to me, I don't know if it's worth that much work. I am going to try to learn that whole song. I know that from a different song. I'm mixing and matching. know who else? Yeah. Yeah, at least. I don't know what that guy's hurry was, right? Eric Clapton is my go-to dude, man, when it comes to playing music. I think he's definitely a guitar god, but almost all of his music is very playable. He's just so fantastic at soloing. You know, it's kind of hard to mimic his soloing. You have to like, if you find it in writing, you know, the tabs, and you can see it exactly, you know, what he's doing, and then you study that and learn to play along with it, that's doable. But with the blues music, a lot of times it's hard to find the tablature to a blues song. But even B.B. King, man, he was the king of the blues, but he wasn't a real fast guitar player. So I like to check out some of the older guys and kind of try to learn some of their licks and learn some of their style, and then put it kind of in my style, like little Freddie King. Little Albert King. Is that Albert King? That Albert King, Mike? You recognize that sound? I can't even remember the name of the song right now. Let me take a look and see. I forget the name of that song. I have it in my app. Not my ass. It sounds like ass, but that's not where it's at. That's not where it's at, guys. Let me check. I got it on my blues list. So, Mike, I think I might have asked you this the other day. Furious Bongos. Born Under a Bad Sign. Yeah, man. You're right on top of things. That's what it is. Born on a Bad Side. You know something I figured out, guys? That I can play. I got these, I've been finding these jam tracks. You know, backing tracks, right? And I think that you could play the backing track and not get in trouble. I don't think they'll give you a copyright for playing backing tracks. That's the thrill is gone. Only thing is, I lowered the, I changed the key on this. Wait. Okay. The original's in a B minor. So you can change it a little bit. try to learn how to do like B.B. King. Did B.B. King do that song? Did B.B. King do The Sky is Crying? I'm not for sure about that one. Anyways, man, it's all in fun, right? I got a show coming up on Monday. I'm going to a nursing home, and there's only like a couple of people out of the whole group that doesn't have Alzheimer's. But it's crazy, man, watching these people when I start playing. I got a long list of like country music. That's what they like mostly, is country music. And I'm gonna put in some new stuff. I'm listening to some Hank Williams. I'm listening to some Waylon Jennings. I want to get something new, but I like stuff. Yeah, I know some music theory. I took a course on music theory. So, I do know how to build a scale. I do know what I know what the circle of fifths and the circle of fourths, I know what they are. I'd actually have to take that course again to kind of like, oh, music is therapy. Oh, I got you. I thought you said theory. I got you, brother. I got you, man. I thought you were saying theory. Yeah, I had some cards made up because I was going to these nursing homes. So I wanted to, present them with a card when I went there, so they know that I'm legit. I'm really gonna do something, right? So I had some cards made up. On my card, I put music is medicine. So I had to think about that a lot, man. I actually Googled like things like that, and so that's what I came up with. Can you play some like Gabriel? Oh, I don't know who that is, man, to be honest with you. I'm in the middle of a Gunshi? What the heck is that? Anyways, man, when I go to play for these people, it's amazing. I mean, they do have Alzheimer's, full blown Alzheimer's. They say, "Who are you?" I say, "I was just here last month." They say, "I don't remember you." I say, "You don't remember me coming in and playing my guitar?" "Nope." And I'll say like, "Whoa, okay," and I just trolling. Okay, that's cool. Don't ask, man. It's a slang. Okay, all right, that's cool. So, anyways, they got Alzheimer's, man. I mean, like full blown. They can't tell you, like, they don't even know where they're at. Okay, they don't know. Like, most of them don't know what state they're in. Nothing. They probably don't even know their name. A lot of them. Gable owners. Let me check it out, bro. Let me take a look. I mean, I never heard of the guy. I think someone, and it might have been you, asked me about that one other time. But what I do is I take a screenshot and then I'll look it up later. I love music. I love music that I never heard before. That's one of my things I like to do. I find a blues song. I'm a blues guy, man. I love blues music. And so I'll find a song that I never heard before, and then I'll download it into my Moises app, and I'll jam on it. And man, I dig it. I dig it. It's the best. You can be one, young ones. Yeah. Dang, I forgot what I was saying again, man. Oh, they say if it wasn't that if you forgot it, it must not have been that important. So anyways, if you guys remind me what I was talking about, I'll finish telling you. But, oh yeah, about going to the nursing homes. Okay, so when I play a song, some of them, not only do they start dancing around, but they sing it. They know like all the words. Some of them will tell you like who the artist is. Some of them will even tell you what year. Now that's crazy, right? Because they don't even know where they're at. But they'll sing the whole song, almost the whole song. Daddy. All right. I'm your daddy? Oh, shit. I don't know about that. I dropped this thing down a half a step. Was it this one? No, my other guitar, my Acoustasonic. When I was trying to learn how to do this. I dropped it down a half a step. And it's funny because almost all the stuff that I was playing fit in there, half a step down. Like most of the Leonard Skinner stuff, like this. Ah, ah. But it all fit in there, half a step down. So it kind of makes you wonder, like, just how good was their tuning back in those days. What gauge is on the Acoustasonic? I have 10s. Yeah, 10s. Because they're acoustic strings. So I did put 10s on that. It came with 11s, and I changed them and I went with 10s. And on this guitar, I have 11s. And I'll tell you what happened. I put 10s on it. Okay, every time I hit the G string, it buzzed. Right? No matter what I did to it. I tried putting some super glue. I tried lifting the string up and putting a little super glue in there and then letting the string back down. You know, after the glue dried. And it didn't work. It just kept making a buzzing sound. Let me back up a little bit. I went to there's a guy about, well, the town where my wife had to go to the doctor. It's Great Bend, Kansas. There's one music store in Great Bend. The guy's kind of a younger guy, I'd guess in his 30s maybe. I told him what I did, and I told him that I changed the strings from 11s to 10s, and that every time I hit the G string, it made a buzzing sound. I mean, it was real annoying, man. You'd be playing a song, right, and you'd be trying to strum a song, and then you hit it, and then you could just hear it going like that. It was real annoying. So I told the guy, you know, what happened? And he said, you have to replace this. What is that? Is that like the bridge? I don't think that's the bridge. What is that thing right there? He said you have to change that because what happens is that thing makes a hole, you know, where the string was resting. And when you go to a lighter gauge string, that thing is wobbling around in that little groove. So he said that's the bridge. Okay. He said we'd have to order one of those bridges from Taylor, and then that would fix the problem. And I thought, I wonder if that's true. I wonder if that's true. Yeah. So I came home and I took the string off, and I put 11s back on it, and the problem stopped. So he was right. That was the problem. I just figure, that's good. I'll just leave it with 11s. That's what it came with. It's cool with me. So I just fixed the problem like that. But yeah, I was impressed with that guy. When he first told me that, I thought, all right, that kind of makes sense, but I'm not sure you're right. But he was right. I have a real bad problem at trying to leave one of my guitars with somebody. I don't know, man. This is an expensive guitar. I mean, to me, the price of this guitar is a lot. And I was in a real specialty music repair store in Boulder. And I dinged this thing. When I first got it, I dinged it right here with the wire cutters. I was trying to clip my wires, and I dropped the wire cutter, and I dinged it right there. See that? You can see it, see the glare of it. I put nail polish on it. Okay, I showed him a picture of it, and he said that he'd have to have the guitar for a couple of days. And what they do is they put a glue in there, and then they polish it. And he said that no matter what he did, you probably would still be able to see it, but it'd be better than what I have. And I just can't bring myself to leaving my guitar with somebody. Hey, Anthony, what's going on, man? I remember you, Anthony. I remember your last name. Don't you live in California? Are you the guy that was driving home with us one day when we were coming back from decorating the graves? Or you live in California, that's right. Well, what do you think, Mike? You leave your guitars with other people? I'm assuming, since that place in Boulder, Colorado, is a real specialty, I don't know how else to say it, but they're like you have in the past. I think they would probably be okay, because they're like, I don't know, the words that I'm looking for aren't coming to my mind right now, but they've got a real good reputation. I mean, I called a couple of places, and both of them told me to go there. So I do think that they would be okay to leave it there, but I just never brought myself to do it. I just said, I'm just leaving the little ding like it is, man. One thing about that little ding right there, if this guitar ever got stolen and I had to go try to find it, or if I found it, like, it would be real noticeable. So, yeah, I would just leave it the way it is. Here's another thing, Mike, that's pretty interesting. Adds character, I guess, man. It bummed me out real bad when I did it. I mean, real bad. It made me almost sick to my stomach. I only had it for maybe 2 weeks, and I don't know, man. The strings sounded, to me, the strings just didn't sound like they had any like They didn't sound good, you know. This guitar was 2 years old, and I think they were the original strings that were on it. And it's, to me, the strings just didn't sound like they had the as much beauty, you know, as much volume that they should have. I will say that the new strings did sound a lot better, but I didn't like putting my little ding on there. Okay, so do you remember I told you I took my Stratocaster apart and I put in a new Pacho Mi? I almost said it right, man. Okay. Anyways, I put the new switches in there. Well, before I had the tube screamer, I couldn't hardly tell because I put 500s on the tone and the volume. So on the tone, I could kind of tell that it was changing the tone a little bit, but sometimes it was real hard to say, like, is it changing the tone? Is it not changing the tone? Did I maybe not hook the wire up right? But when you turn the tube screamer on, you can most definitely tell that switch is working. Yeah. Oh, I'm telling you, man. You know, I don't have any other scratches on this guitar. I have one scratch that goes across the pick guard right here. I took it. The only person that's ever played this other than me, a friend of mine that played a guitar. He still does play, but when we were kids, he played the guitar. And I took this over to his house. From Colorado to New Orleans, I stopped in Kansas, and this is before I moved to Kansas. So I stopped in Kansas to visit this guy, and I showed him this guitar, and he played it. And I made him take off his jewelry. I made sure he didn't have on a belt buckle. I made sure he didn't have nothing that would scratch this guitar. And I don't know how he managed to do that. I think it was with his thumbnail. He made a scratch on the pick guard. But other than that, this guitar doesn't have any scratches or dents or anything. I've had it, I think about probably 7, 8, 9, 10 to 11 years. Yeah, I made sure he didn't have nothing, man. I said, I'm going to let you hold it. I'm going to let you play it. But you make sure. I made him take off his rings, and I think he had maybe a jacket with a zipper. I said, you got to take that jacket off. But like I said, I don't know how he managed to do it, but he put a scratch on that pick guard somehow. It's a shame, man. That guy, when he was a kid, he could play the acoustic. I mean, he played like bluegrass. He could play a lot of different songs. He could play the banjo pretty good. He could play the electric guitar. When he was 16 years old, he played in a band. The other band members were older guys, like in their 30s. He was 16. I used to help him load the stuff out of the trailer and into the bar, and from the bar back into the trailer. I went with them for several months. I went with them on the weekends to load that stuff, you know, back and forth. And but now he can't play very good at all. He doesn't want to practice. He doesn't want to play. If I talk to him and I say, can you do this? And he's like, oh, of course I can. I've been playing since I was a kid. All right, dude. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend you. I'm just, you know, I just asked you if you could play that. I asked him if he could play that little thing that I played the other night about, you know, I asked him if he could play that, and he goes, sure I can. And he played it, and he didn't play it right. I didn't say nothing, but he didn't play it right at all. But yeah, if you don't practice, If you don't stay up on it and you don't practice, you get real rusty. I know it's too much. Yeah. Yeah, wish you were here. So I actually started messing around with that about 2 days before the last time I went to his house. I just started messing around with that little riff right there about 2 days before I went over there. So, I mean, I knew like how it went. And I just asked him, I said, hey man, can you play I Wish You Were There? And he goes, sure I can. And he played it, but like I say, he didn't play it right. I didn't say nothing to him, but it's kind of sad. He's went through a lot of changes in his life. One of our good friends that we grew up with, he got brain cancer when he was like, I think in his 30s, late 30s. He got brain cancer and he died of that cancer. And him and this other guy, they used to play the guitar together. They played in another band when they were a little bit older, like when he was probably in his late 20s, and this other guy was, I think they were both probably in their late 20s. Marty was a couple of years older than me and this other guy. But I think that it kind of got in his head, man, that guy died. He said he played at his funeral. He played some kind of song at his funeral. But for some reason, he doesn't want to spend any time playing or practicing. So anyways, that's enough of that. He gets real jealous. Anytime I talk to him and I tell him, you know, that I'm like putting on shows at nursing homes, he gets real jealous about it. I'm not a great guitar player. You know that. You see me playing. I'm not a great, fantastic guitar player. I'm still in the beginner stage. I would say now I'm more in an intermediate, maybe a high intermediate. Yeah, he still has his guitars, but he still got the same guitars he had when he was a kid. The best guitar he has is a well, he told me he bought it at a pawn shop for like $300. I don't know what the brand of it is. I'm trying to think what the brand of it. It's an acoustic guitar, and I don't know what the brand of it is. But he said he paid like $300 for it. And then he's got a Stratocaster that he had since he was a kid. But we can't figure out if it's an American-made Stratocaster or Japanese, Mexican. Nowhere on the neck or anywhere does it say, you know, it just says Stratocaster. That's all it says on it. So I told him if he wanted to take the neck off, we could probably get some information off, you know, from there. And he didn't want to do it. So I don't know, man. I really don't know what to say. He just got old and he got old and he don't want to like spend a lot of time with this guitar anymore. I tell him, like, I'll call him and I'll say, hey man, you been playing your guitar lately? He said, no, I haven't played that thing in a couple of weeks. I said, why not, man? I just been busy. I said, well, I play my guitar like every day. And he goes, oh, that's good for you, man. Like I say, every time I say something to him, he just gets all defensive and everything. So I just leave him alone. An Alvarez, that's cool, man. I've seen a lot of those guitars that are very nice. I have a book. I went to, so I was driving down the street one day, and this big bookstore in the town that I lived in Colorado, had a going out of business sign. And I don't know what I was thinking, but I said, I mean, I'm not a reader. I don't like books too much. I think I was looking for something on guitars, you know, see what they had in there. Well, they had this pretty good sized book. I mean, it's big. And in that book is all kinds of guitars. I mean, just like every page is a picture of a different guitar, a different brand, and it tells you where the guitar is from, the year they started making it, just, a lot of information on every guitar. And it was, I think, $10 because it was on, they were going out of business and they were selling everything in there really cheap. So I bought that book, and I do know it has some Alvarez guitars in there. I do remember seeing that brand name. And then the other book that I bought has a bunch of music of different songs. I mean, when I bought it and I looked at it, I said, wow, that's way over my head. But it's got, it's thick. It's a thick book. And every page is tablature. It's not written in music, it's written in tablature of all kinds of songs. I kept telling myself when I learn how to read tablature, I'm going to get this book out and I'm going to play some of those songs, but I never did. So I got another buddy in Colorado. He was actually one of my customers. Well, I had a drain cleaning business, and he was actually one of my customers. And I noticed that he had a bunch of guitars sitting around, and I was just getting started on guitars. And he was showing me all of his guitars because he's got quite a few guitars. And he said, "You want to see my best sounding acoustic guitar?" He said, "It's not what you think." And I said, "Yeah, sure, man. Let's see what you got." It was an Epiphone. And he said, "I swear to God, man, out of all of my acoustics, I've got some Martins. I think, I'm not real sure. He didn't have a Taylor, but I know he had a Martin, and he had some other guitars. But he said, this Epiphone has the best sound out of all of my acoustics." So, yeah. I don't think it's all about the brand. I think every brand makes a good, decent guitar. It's just the money that you spend on that brand of guitar. All right, Mike. I think I'm going to get out of here, buddy. You have a couple of Martins? That's nice. What is a Yari? I don't think I heard of that. Is that like, it sounds like something that's made in another country. Let me check that out real quick. I don't think I ever heard of a Yari. You got any original old timer? You got any original? Oh, so I know I went down this conversation with other people. I do not write music, man. Hang on, I'm gonna check out this guitar real quick. Writing music is a whole nother thing, man. I mean, playing music is one thing. Writing music, that's a whole different thing. A Yari Rodriguez? No. Oh, let me write guitar. That came up some weird stuff. Hang on. A Yari guitar. Okay, let's check it out. Oh, the Alvarez Yari. I got you. I got you, man. Is it a cutaway? There's some beautiful guitars, man. Have you ever seen Vince Gill's collection of Martins? That's funny. Do I got any original? I got what you're saying now, Mike. I see what you're saying. That it's the Yari is a Alvarez. They look like nice guitars. They're not cheap, man. This one here on Sweetwater is 2,500. Wow, this one here is 3,500. So yeah, they're not cheap guitars. This one here is 2,500. Whoa! Check out this Martin, 300,000. Oh, you can't see it too good. Dang it. There you go. Hang on. That Martin right there in the middle. Dang it. I wish I could get it to where you can see it better. But that Martin right there in the middle. Let's see, how can we see it better? Right there. Do you see the price of that? 300,000. That's insane, man. That's about as crazy as me waiting. Yeah. Handmade in Japan. Cool. Cool. That 300,000, that's about as crazy as me waiting 9 years for a foot pedal. One of the first courses that I took was fingerstyle, acoustic blues fingerstyle. Well, I guess it wasn't necessarily fingerstyle. You could play with your pick, but you did a lot of hybrid picking. And I learned a lot of, I did finish the course. It took me about 5 years. See how you're doing that hybrid picking where you go on the A string and then on the E string, a high E? And then you do like, let's see, where. But Roy Clark. Oh, I know, man. 9 years is crazy. All right, cool, man. Every once in a while, I get on YouTube on my TV, and I'll watch an episode of Hee Haw with Roy Clark and Buck Ons. Man, that's cool. I love watching that. I'll watch an episode of that, and then I'll watch an episode of Marty Stewart, and that gets me fired up. I say, all right, I'm ready to go. Give me my guitar. Let's go. Oh, hey, Mike, did you check out Blackberry Smoke? All right, thank you. Well, thank you. I appreciate that so much. Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, I know. They're so good. So good. Remember little Jimmy Dickens? Was that his name? I was watching a Marty Stewart the other day. I thought it was that John Pine. So I wanted to watch that episode because I seen that before where John Pine came on and played with Marty Stewart. But it was little Jimmy Dickens. Oh, man. That guy, he is little. I mean, I'm almost sure he's dead now. On that episode of Marty Stewart, he was really, really old. Definitely in his upper 80s. His guitar was almost bigger than he was. I'm not lying, man. And his voice is just gone. He couldn't sing hardly nothing. But it was really interesting, really cool to watch him. But yeah, I need to get that book out. I need to get that book out and try to go through some of those songs that I learned. The course it's a big course. And it was way over my head, because I had just started. But like I say, it took me about probably, I'd say at least 4 years to finish that course. But I finished every song on there. And I memorized every song. I not only did I learn how to play every song, but I memorized every song. But the problem is if you don't play those songs every day, after a while, you forget them. My thing, Mike, what I like to do, so I'll take a blues song. You recognize it? Do you remember? Do you recognize any of that? You'll recognize it. You recognize that? After you learn those songs like that, I don't play it note for note. I forgot more songs than anything. Yeah. I forgot a lot of stuff that I learned when I was doing all those courses. Every one of those courses has songs, licks, solos, and I really did forget mostly everything. But that song right there is Buddy Guy. I can't remember the name of the song. But I learned the song, right? That you don't forget too easily. But when I do play it, after I've learned it, and I go to play it, I don't play it note for note. I know the basics of the song, and I don't read the song. I just listen to the music, and then I just I stay like within the guidelines of what he's doing, but I kind of make my own stuff up, So that's kind of my style. That's kind of one of the things that I'm trying to learn to do real good. So that way I can go out and put on a show, and I don't have to read anything, but I hear the music and I know the basics of the song. So do you do that too? I've been working on that one forever. I try to learn proper, then you learn what sounds better. Yeah, yep, there you go, bud. That's what I do too. I learn it the right way, almost note for note. And then I play it and I just kind of put my own spin on it. I get comments once in a while. They'll say, "You're not even close." And I say, "Hey, you guys complain if I do it exactly the same. You complain it if I don't do it exactly the same." I said, "Whatever. That's my style. That's what I do. That's the way I like to do it. When I play a song, that's just my style. That's what I do." All right, Mike. Where you from, bro? Oh yeah, Chicago. You guys are having protests up in Chicago too, huh? Are you seeing any of that close to your house? I've been watching that on the news, man. It's insane. Do you know what they're doing is really going to mess things up? The last thing that I heard is that they were in California, just downtown, huh? So the last thing that I heard this morning, I think had the view on. I was practicing my guitar and I had the view on. I think that's where I heard this from. ICE is going out to like the fields where the people are picking all the stuff off the trees, and they're arresting all the workers. Okay, who do they think is going to go out there and pick all of that fruit? There's fruits, there's nuts. You name it, it's growing in California. Strawberries, watermelons, cantaloupe, peaches, limes, lemons, avocados. Yeah, I'm a cover band. You know what? I'm just out having a good time, man. My first goal was to put on a show that I could go entertain people at the nursing home. I gotta get rid of that light, man. That thing is blinding me. There we go. Hey, get rid of that light. I got a light on in the kitchen that's kind of glaring in there, but now it's kind of dark. Let's turn on light here. There you go. Now you can see me, buddy. That was one of my first goals. God put that dream in my mind and my heart to go play at the nursing homes. I don't know if I mentioned this to you or not, but I used to have a drain cleaning business. I had about 3 or 4 different nursing homes that would call me when they had a plugged up toilet or a plugged up drain. The nursing home, man, that's your money. If you can get a couple of nursing homes in the drain cleaning business, they'll keep you busy. You're out there, each one of those nursing homes, you're over there at least once a month to each one of those places. So nursing homes, hair salons, and property management companies. Rooter man. Yeah, that's what I was, brother. For 20 years, I had 3 vans and I had enough machines for every job in all 3 vans. Plus I had a small jetter, just for doing residential jetting. I had a camera. Actually, I had 2 cameras, 2 locators. I've sold most of my stuff. I've been out of business almost 10 years now. I've sold most of it. I still have about probably 6 or 7 machines out in the garage. Hey, Preppy, what's up, man? Oh my goodness. Oh, this girl was saying that she loved me and all this stuff. Oh my God. So when I used to go into these nursing homes, I'd see people in there playing their guitars, right? And I got the idea. I said, man, that's a good place. Yeah, I remember you. Yeah, my neighbor. Yeah. So I got the idea, from watching these other people. And then I kind of got that idea, and I said, okay, that's going to be my first goal as a guitar player. I'm going to get good enough to put together a show where I can go and entertain the people at the nursing homes. Well, when you don't have a good voice, it's kind of hard to go and entertain people. Are they going to want to sit there and just listen to you play the guitar with no voice? I mean, my voice is bad. I try singing. Sometimes it sounds okay. I record myself. I say, no, that sounds horrible. I'm not going to do that. That sounds bad. I'm not a singer. So for the longest time, I said, how am I going to put on a show? And then I said, okay, I'm going to have to play along with the music. I had to put the music on. I'm going to have to play along with it. And I stumbled across this app called Moises, where the notes, the chords go across the screen as the song's playing, and you can mute out the guitar playing. And I started playing along with that. And man, you got to try that app, Mike. I mean, you will love it. I promise you, man. It'll bring life back into you that you haven't seen in long years, in a lot of years. You put on any song you want, and this is AI generated, right? It puts the one problem though with the AI generated is it doesn't always get the lyrics right. You'll say, what? That's not what that song says. Sometimes it doesn't get the lyrics right, but the music, they get it right, man. Okay, every once in a while you'll hit a note and it doesn't sound right. And you have to back it up and kind of analyze, like, okay, so I hit the, let's say like I hit the D minor and that didn't sound right. So just try the D, and then usually that'll cover it. Or like it might say like an E flat and it's actually an E. So sometimes it's a little bit off, but you can find it, you can adjust it, and you can find it. You're a guitarist, not an entertainer. Well, I tell you what, man, I want to entertain. And I have about, let me see, 1, 2, 4, 5. I have about 5 or 6 nursing homes right now that keep me busy. I'd like to do about 2 shows a month. That keeps me with a good stock of videos to put on YouTube, and it keeps me used to being in front of people, and it still gives me enough time to practice the other stuff that I like to do. I should say I'm not a one-man band. Yeah, there you go. So if you are interested in trying that app, the name is Moises, and it's about $4 a month to have the app. Let me show you. If you can see that up here at the top right there, that's what the app looks like. It's called Moises. So you just put a song in your phone from like a music app, and then from there you put it into that app, and then you play along. It's a learning app is what it is. You can slow the song down. You can change the key of the song. You can change it a little bit. If you change it too much, it makes the song start to sound weird, like the Chipmunks. But they're really cool, man. There's so much stuff that you can do with this app. I mean, you can slow the song way down. If it's a part where you're just not, you need a little time to get used to doing that quick chord change, you can slow it down and then gradually speed it up until you get it up to where you can play it. So I love that thing, man. It's great. But it'll change the way you play music. So I will warn you about that. You won't want to read music off of a paper anymore. All right, Mike, I'm gonna get out of here, man. You go do your thing, brother. I will talk to you on Friday. Thanks for tuning in, man. I really appreciate your support. All right, man. Peace out, brother. Have a good rest of your evening. Yeah, there is. There's all right, see you later. Cool, but there is. There's a on the guitar tracks, there's usually the rhythm and then the lead. So usually what I do is I leave just a little bit of both of those in so that I can hear what they're doing. You know, I try to like play along with them. I try to harmonize with the music. Okay. All right, man. Check you out later. Hopefully I'll see you on Friday. Take care, bud.